Pranam Swamiji.
Namaste, namaste.
This is our 20th session of Mundakopanishad with Swamiji. We are now in section 2 of chapter 1, shloka number 11. I welcome everyone here. The last half hour, as usual, is kept aside for question and answers with Swamiji. This morning, Mrs. Jyoti Menon will chant the 4th, 5th, and 6th shlokas of the 10 dhyana shlokas from Viveka Chudamani. Last week, Jyoti chanted the first 3. This is like for a follow-through of that. Jyoti?
Pranam Swamiji. Namaste Vanana. Oh. Bhranti kalpida jagat kalashrayam swashrayam cha sadasat vilakshanam nishkalam nirupamanam riddhimat brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani janma vriddhi parinatya pakshaya Vyadhinashana vihinamavyayam Vishwasrishtyavanakada karanam Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani Astabhedamanapastalakshanam Nistaranga jalarashi nischalam Nityamuktamabhibhakta Murtiya Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani
Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha Sthirairangai Stushtuvam Sastanobhir Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vriddhashravaha Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha Swastina Starkshyo Arishtanemi Swastino Brihaspati'r Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In our Mundakopanishad studies, we had seen the 11th mantra in the second khanda of first Mundaka. Here we are slowly entering into the Upanishad. In the 11th mantra, she said, tapashraddheye hyupavasantyaranye shanta vidvamso bhaikshya charyam charantah suryadvarena te viraja prayanti yatra amrita sa purusho hyavyayatma. Ye, those who upavasanti are following or performing, or better to translate as practicing, tapashraddhe, tapas and shraddha. Tapas can roughly be translated as austerity or penance. But the term tapas, it has a much more meaning. But now we can take it as austerities. And shraddha is fullest faith. Faith in the words of Guru, faith in the Shastra. So those who are observing that, practicing tapas with shraddha, where aranye, in the aranyam. Aranyam is forest. What are their qualities? Shantaha. Shantaha, established in inner calmness. Vidvamsaha, scholars. Vidvamsaha. Bhaikshya charyam charantaha. Bhaikshya charyam charantaha. Those who are following Bhaikshya charya. Bhaikshya charya is living on alms. Without keeping anything as my property, under my ownership, etc. They, Suryadvarena, through the path of sun, prayanti, they are going. Prayanti, they are going. It is the plural form. Virajaha, without rajas, without impurities. That means pure. Yatra, where Saha Purushaha, that Purusha, Saha, he, Purushaha. Saha Purushaha means that Purusha, who is that? Amrutaha, immortal being. Avyayatma, non-decaying. So where that immortal Purusha is staying, to that world, they are going. Who? Those who are practicing tapas with the fullest shraddha, fullest faith. And those who are having that inner calmness, and those who know the reality. That is the mantra. So in the previous part, we had seen those who are performing karma with faith diligently. What is happening to them? They are getting higher worlds, celestial worlds, or we can say Swarga Lokas. And after getting their karma depleted, they will have to come back to this human birth or to birth which are still lower than human birth. That is the case of ordinary karmis, those who are performing Vedic rituals and other rituals, of course with full faith, and as per the teachings of the Shastras, they are performing. See, if we are performing karma against the teachings of the Shastra, that can also be done. We can do against the teachings of the Shastra. That we can do. Then the result will be, of course, going down from all, not only higher worlds, but from the human birth itself. So here we are considering those who are doing as per the teachings of the Shastra. So for them, they will reach the higher worlds, Swarga Lokas, celestial worlds, and will have enjoyments unthinkable in this human world. But the wealth that took them to the higher celestial worlds are effects of karma, effects of their own doings, and therefore that will get diminished day by day because they are consuming. There is no way to invest. We can invest more and more in this human birth, not in the Swarga Loka. There we are using daily. We cannot invest. So our credit will go down and down. And if it is zero balance, we can get back to human birth. And if it is negative balance, we will have to go still down to still more lower births. So says the Shruti, Punyana Punyam, Papena Papam, Ubhabhyameva Manushya Lokam. That is the case of those who are going to celestial worlds. But here, this mantra is dealing with those who are practicing still more higher sadhanas. Of course, they are not established in self-knowledge. They didn't transcend all the limitations of jiva. They are still having the limitations because they didn't realize the absolute nature of or the unlimited nature of the self. That Vijnana is not with them. But they are in higher planes than the ordinary karmis. What is this higher plane? That is explained here. They are upavasanti tapashraddhe. They are leading a life of austerities and living with fullest faith in Shastra and Guru. Number one. Two, they are shantas. Then vidwamsaha. Then bhaiksha charyam charantaha. And therefore they are higher than the ordinary karmis. Now we can see what is the meaning of tapas, shraddha, shantaha, vidwamsaha, etc. See, ordinarily the meaning of tapas is austerity or penance, a simple living. But from another standpoint, observing one's own dharma in this life is tapas. As a householder, if a man is observing his dharma, that is, knowingly he is performing, knowingly his duties, then it is tapas. If a brahmachari is leading his life, in studies, yajnas, full observance of brahmacharya, then that is a tapas. If a grihastha, a householder, is leading the life based on dharma, that is, performing all duties, observing all his responsibilities, and of course performing nitya karmas, then he is doing tapas. If a sannyasi is well established in the discrimination of the self, then he is doing tapas. Tapas is not wearing some ochre cloth or renouncing the world, living near a river with a long beard. No, that is not tapas. So tapas is observing one's own dharma in this life. Bhagavan Bhashyakara writes, Swavarnashrama dharmena tapasa. That is, performing one's own varnashrama dharma is tapas. Then another meaning of tapas is controlling one's own senses and mind. Manasas chendriyanam cha haikagryam paramam tapaha. Manasas chendriyanam cha haikagryam paramam tapaha. Haikagryam, one-pointedness. Haikagryam, one-pointedness. So getting that one-pointedness of the senses and the mind, that is tapas. That's a definition we can get from Mahabharata. And there are three types of tapas, that which we are performing with the help of body, with mind, and with words. Sharirikam, Vachikam, Manasikam. So all these tapas we have to consider while studying this tapashraddhe. Tapashraddhe. Tapas and Shraddha. What is Shraddha? Shraddha is absolute faith or fullest faith in the words of Guru and Shastras. Satyatva buddhi. Guru Shastra Vakyeshu Satyatva buddhi. Guru Vakyeshu Shastra Vakyeshu cha. In the words of Guru and in the words of Shastra, if we have that Satyatva buddhi, what is the Satyatva buddhi? That firm faith within what Shastra is saying is absolutely correct or true. So also the words of Guru. That is Shraddha. So tapas and Shraddha is tapashraddhe. Ye upavasanti, those who are practicing or observing this, aranye, in the forest. Here we cannot take the verbal meaning of the forest, because nowadays we cannot go and stay in the forest. They will not allow. The forest department will not allow that. So now it was so in the earlier days, that is living in the villages and towns, people will observe their worldly dharma, grihastha dharma, and after finishing that, they will go to forest. People were allowed to go. Now it is, the case is different. So nowadays we can take it as to mean going away from all the worldly duties or family affiliations, connections, staying alone somewhere. Because when we are in the family, of course we will have to attend his and her cases. Daughter will call, son will call, grandchildren will be there. So of course we have to attend them up to a certain stage. After that we have to put a full stop, not comma. So in the forest means away from worldly duties and connections. So we are trying to enter inside. That is possible only when we are alone. When we are in houses, when we are in some ashramas, when we are in the company of others, it is not possible. Of course, for those who are established in the self, it is possible wherever they are. But for a practicing sadhaka, that seclusion must be there. Ekanda desha. If you are staying in some ashrama with others, with the swamis and brahmacharis, it is the same as in house. Because we are in the society. We have to adjust with others. So we have to be alone for a certain period of time. Now, Aranye, they are practicing tapas with the fullest shraddha, and with that tapas are becoming shantas. Shantaha. With controlled senses and mind. Those who are well established in Shama are Shantas. Shama is controlling the mind. So with controlled mind, they are Shantas. And here, Shantaha, they are not controlling, but their mind is already controlled. It is not a practicing stage. Through continuous practice, they reach that position of Shantas. Now their mind and intellect, their senses and organs of action, all these have subsided. Not running after this and that. Actually, that state of Shanta is the state of yogi. Because in the Kathopanishad, there is a mantra, Yada Panchavatisthande Jnanani Manasasaha Buddhischana Vicheshtati Tamaha Paramam Gatim Tam Yogamidi Manyante Sthiram Indriya Dharanam. Yada Panchavatisthande Jnanani. When 5 sense organs are staying with the mind, Jnanani Manasasaha, with the mind. And Buddhi is not at all Buddhischa na vicheshtati, doing its work. It is not going behind many things and deciding, this I have to get, that I have to get, there I have to go. No, it is still. It is established in the inner stillness. Tamahu paramam gati. That is the highest gati. Tam yogam iti manyante. That is considered as yoga. This is yoga. So being established in the self is the yoga. It is not some physical exercises. So here, Shantaha, with fully controlled mind and senses, means those who are established in yoga. Shantaha, Vidvamsaha, knowers. Vidvamsaha, knowing the reality. Those having that discrimination. Those who can discriminate the real. From the transactional world. Vidvamsaha knows the inner meaning of Shastra. Not that each and every mantra of the Shastra they know. No, that is not the meaning. But the inner sense of the essence of the Shastra, they are well established in that. Vidvamsaha and Bhaiksya Charyam Charantaha. Those who are living on alms means they do not have anything as my. Not saving for themselves. What they are getting without any prayer, with that they are happy with it. Bhaiksya Charyam Charantaha. They Prayanti are going. Prayanti means are going. They are going. Where? Yatra where Saha Amrutaha Purushaha, where that immortal being or immortal self is residing. Who is this immortal? Brahma. This is not Paramatma. This is Brahma. So they are reaching the Brahma Loka, the highest world. Brahma Loka is also called Satya Loka. Satya Loka. It is the highest Vyahruti. It is the highest Loka. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyaha. That's Satya Loka. So to that Brahma Loka they are reaching. So Prayanti means are going, where Yatra Saha Amritaha Purushaha, where that immortal Purusha is residing. That is, to the Brahma Loka they are reaching. And that immortal Purusha is again qualified as Avyayatma. He is Avyayatma, without decay, undecaying self. How they are going? Surya Dwarena. So the path of sun. It is not Saumya. It is not the path of moon. Two paths are there, that of moon and that of sun. Dakshinayana and Uttarayana. In the case of moon, there is growth, there is the state of fullness, but slowly it will start decaying. Then again, the cycle will repeat. That means going and coming, going and coming. You'll have to get out of and get back. It will repeat. That is the Chandra. Now this is Saura. Saura is, once you reach the Brahmaloka, you are established there. There the karma will not get depleted. And when Brahma gets liberated from all these samsaras, his duties and responsibilities, then those who are living or residing in the Brahmaloka also will have that emancipation. So says the Shastras. So for those who reach Brahmaloka, there is no question of coming back. So they are well liberated self. Then what is the difference between them and Vijnanis, realized souls? The answer is they do not have a Jivan Mukti. But Vijnanis are Jivan Muktas. They are living in this world. At the same time, they are well established in the bliss, absolute bliss. They are Mukta Purushas. They are liberated from all the clutches of ignorance. And the life of such a great man, it will give happiness, bliss, light, everything to the world. It will be a boon to the world. There is no doubt in that. But for this, Men, they are reaching Brahmaloka at the end of their life. So when Prarabdha is gone, they will reach Brahmaloka and stay there. And when Brahma completes his life and enters the next stage, that is the unlimited stage, then these fellows also will go there. So that is the case with those who are practicing tapas. Then comes the question, is this the subject matter of Upanishad? No. This is not the subject matter of Upanishad. This is the case of those who are practicing karma with austerities and living with knowledge. But those who are established in the self, for them, it is different. Then what is for them? That is the subject matter of Upanishads. So now we can start that. So step by step, we are moving. And now Shruti says, Parikshya lokan karmachitan brahmano nirveda mayad nastya kritah kritena tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva bhigached samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtham Parikshya lokan karmachitan brahmano nirveda mayad nastya krita kritena tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva bhigached samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtham. First we can break the words. Parikshya lokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirvedam ayat na asti akritaha kritena tadvijnanartham. Tadvijnanartham. We cannot break that. Tadvijnanartham saha gurum eva abhigached samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtham. Parikshya. After examining the pros and cons, lokan, the words, that is the effect of karma. Lokan. Karmachitan. Karmachitan means got as the effect of karma. Karmachitan. Got as the effect of karma. Brahmanaha. Brahmanaha. Knower of Veda. Knower of the Veda. Brahmanaha. Nirvedam. detachment. Nirvedam, detachment or dispassion. Nirvedam. Ayatu, he attains. He attains. What is that? Na asti akrutaha krutena. Krutena, through karma or by karma. Na asti akrutaha. Akrutaha is not there. The meaning is we will not get the akruta. We have to add that. We will not get the akruta. Kruta is that which is done. Akrutaha is that which is not done. We can explain that later. Tad vijnanartham, for the realization of that. For the realization of that. Tad vijnanartham. Saha, he. Abhigached, must approach or have to approach Gurum, Guru, a teacher. Guru is not simply a teacher, he is Guru. Guru is Guru. There are many words in Sanskrita which we cannot translate into any other language. So Guru is a Guru. Teacher is one who teaches. Guru is dispeller of darkness. Gurum eva abhigachet. He must approach a Guru. Samit panihi. Samit panihi. Taking samidhas in his hands. Taking samidha with him. Samidha is the wood, pieces of wood collected for performing yaga, yajna, agnihotra. And what is the quality of a Guru? And who is a Guru? What type of Guru he has to approach? Shrotriyam Brahmanishtham. Guru must be a Shrotriya and a Brahmanishtha. Who is a Shrotriya? Shrotriya is a Shrotriya. One who has undergone traditional study of Shastras. Who had gone through a traditional study of Shastras. It's a Shrotriya. Brahmanishtha is one who is well established in the Brahma. One who is established in the Brahma. So, this is the quality of the Guru. He must be a Shrotriya and at the same time a Brahmanishtha. Such a Guru, this man have to approach. When? After getting that detachment. How that will come? Through observation and examination. Taking into account the pros and cons of the world around us, the karmas. Merits and demerits of all the karmas. What we are accruing from karma? What are their limitations? Everything we have to examine. So, pariksha lokan. Lokam is roughly we can translate as the world. Lokam is the world. Lokan. There are many worlds. There are many worlds. We are living in this human world, and there are many more worlds. So all the worlds, the higher worlds, the lower worlds, all these worlds we have to consider. What are these worlds? How we are getting? What are the benefits? What are the demerits? All the plus and minus. If there is a plus, there must be some minuses also. There are, of course, many merits are there. And at the same time, there are demerits also. So we have to consider. We have to take into account how these are. And see, when we translate the Shabda, the word Loka as the world, it is not complete. Because the meaning of Loka is how it is deriving. Lokyate, Lokyate, Drishyate, Anubhuyate, iti Lokaha. That which is seen or that which is experienced. That which is seen or that which is experienced is the lokam. So these lokas are the spheres of our own experience. What we are experiencing, the effects of our karma. See, to study our Shastras, the first prerequisite is we have to accept this karma principle that says if there is an effect, there must be a cause. And for every cause, there will be effect. Without cause, there will not be any effect. So what is happening in our life? What is happening in this universe? There are causes. Without cause, nothing will happen. So what we are getting in this life is the effect of our own activities, our own actions, karma. So that law must be accepted in order to enter into the study of Shastras. If we are believing in accidents, we need not go for Shastra studies. Accidents are happening. Of course, accidents will happen. And you can live in this world waiting for such accidents. You need not study Shastras. Why? All the Shastras are netted in this cause-effect relation. So these lokas, these spheres of experience, these are the effects of our own karma, our own past karma. Observe those words, observe those experiences. All these experiences are coming and going, temporary. They are limited by time, they are limited by space. And of course, they are relative. They are relative. This loka will be sometimes full of pleasure, sometimes full of pain. Not depending on the loka, but depending on our state of mind. So these are relative, having no absolute existence. Then the question will come, what is absolute? What is the base of all this? If these lokas are coming and going, what is the base? This question comes. So Pariksha Lokan, considering the pros and cons of this world and the karma which are responsible for getting that world, naturally a Brahmana will have detachment from this. Slowly the dispassion will develop with it. Because these worlds for which I was running all these lives and still I am running are only temporary, relative, so all this will vanish. There is no permanent world. So what is permanent? If everything I am seeing are impermanent, what is permanent? That inquiry, that quest, that will come. So Pariksha Lokan Karma Chitan Brahmano Nirvedamayat. Brahmana, a man of knowledge. One who has completed formal study of Vedas. That means he do have the textual knowledge. He's Brahmana. Or a Brahmana is one with the Sattva Guna within. One with Sattva Guna within is a Brahmana. So for people who are having Sattva Guna within, they will get dispassion. They will get detachment. Only with the help of Sattva Guna, we can discriminate what is real and unreal. If that Sattva Guna is not there, the capacity to discriminate will not come. If we have that ability to discriminate, it is sure that we have a certain amount of Sattva Guna within. Not certain amount of Sattva Guna, it is dominant in us. Then only we will be able to discriminate. So this man, Brahmana, he will get this detachment. Dispassion. He was running all the time till yesterday with passion for this, for that, for this world, for that world. But now, all gone. His quest is only for one, what is permanent. So the nature of dispassion is explained here. Nasti akruta krutena. Nasti akruta krutena. That is the real dispassion, or the real base of dispassion. Nasti akruta krutena. Through karma, I cannot get what is akruta. Akruta is moksha. Akruta is moksha. Nasti akruta krutena. Through karma, I cannot get that. It is not something to get through karmas. So what is the way to have that? If through karma we cannot, then what is the way? How can I realize that? The highest truth, the absolute reality, which is the base of all these phenomena. This is the quest. So it is said, tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva bhigached. There is only one way, and that way is he have to approach a guru. Tad vijnanartham, tasya vijnanartham. Tad vijnanartham means tasya vijnanartham. For the realization of that. What is the very base of all these phenomena? What is the permanent base of all impermanent manifestations? To realize that, tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva bhigached. You have to approach a guru. There is an eva, gurum abhigached. The meaning of gurum abhigached is you have to approach a guru. Eva is only. Only. That is to guru alone you have to approach. Of course, in the initial stages of our inquiry, we will sit together and discuss. Debates will be there. Of course, these are good. But when that quest is intense with it, the thirst for realization is burning with it, then there is no more room for discussions and debates. Then he will approach or have to approach a guru. Gurumeva bhigached. Samitpanihi. Taking samidha with him. Having samidhas in the hand. What's the meaning of that? With some offering. That is the first meaning. With some offering. When we go to little kids or children, teachers and kings, that is rulers, we cannot go empty-handed. We have to have something with us to offer. When we go to little children, they will look for us. What is there? What he has brought? Some seeds, something. So with some offering, that is the first meaning. But that is not the case. So we are going to the Guru, we are approaching a Guru, and we must take Samitha with us. Samitha is piece of wood which will become ashes. When put in the fire, it will become ash. In the same way, the ego consciousness, I am this, I am that, all that must become ashes. Our present identity, which is the effect of so many superimpositions, it must go. Superimpositions and false identifications. That is our present identity. I am this, I am that. I'm a man, I'm a woman. It is purely based on this body. We are identifying this body. And we are identifying with many, many things. The mind, the qualifications we are having in the world, some papers we got from some universities, many, many things we are identifying. And with these false identifications, we are not realizing what our real nature is. So all this must burn, just like Samitha. That means with fullest surrender, we are approaching the Guru. What the Guru says, it is the final word for us. It is the meaning of Samit Panihi, with fullest surrender. And there is another ordinary meaning. This is the highest meaning. The ordinary meaning is we are going to a Gurukula. There are brahmacharis, practicing brahmacharis are there. Grihasthas are there. Of course, sannyasins will be there in the Gurukula. So daily Agnihotras will be there. And for that we are offering our part. That means we are sharing. We are sharing. We are offering some firewood. It is not just firewood. For the functioning of the Gurukula, we are offering our own share. But we can. So with that, we are going to the Guru. That is Samit Panihi. And who is that Guru? He is Shrotriya and Brahmanishtha. Shrotriya is a traditional teacher. One who has undergone traditional studies. Study of what? Study of Veda. He is a Shrotriya. Vidhivat Advaithashramam. Traditionally, he has completed his studies. What is the meaning of tradition here? We are repeating this traditional. What is that? See? Now you are approaching a guru who is a Shrotriya. And he was a student earlier. In the same way, he approached a traditional teacher. And from him, he got the Shastras. And that teacher, he was a student. He also approached his guru in the same way, lineage of the parampara of Guru parampara, or Shishya parampara. Both are same. Sadashiva Samarambham, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Patyantam. So it is going on and on. Earlier generation also chanted this mantra. This generation is chanting, and next generation will chant. It will go on and on. Because in all generations there are gurus. There is no full stop. We are not putting full stop. When we are putting a full stop, we will become just like other religious people. This is the last guru. There were many gurus. Many gurus were there, but this is the last guru. Now there will be no guru. So Muhammad is the last. So came Islam. There were many children for God. But last son is Jesus. Why? It is so. You don't have the right to question. You have to believe. So that is Christian. And Muhammad is the last for Islam. There were many teachers earlier. Great teachers were there. Pravachakas. But the last is Muhammad. Why a last? It is so. You have to believe that. Then this Ahmadiyya movement came. This is, we are accepting Muhammad. Muhammad was a great teacher, but he is not the last. Then who is the last? Ahmad is the last. Ahmad is the last. So says Ahmadiyya movement. There were a lineage of gurus. But Guru Nanak is the last. Now Guru is Grantha Sahib. So say Sikh. So everybody is accepting earlier gurus, but they are putting a full stop. This is the last. We cannot put that. The lineage of Guru Parampara, it will go on and on. In this generation, there are gurus. In the next generation, there will be gurus. And so Sanatana Dharma, it will flow. It will flow forward. So don't put a full stop. So we are Vande Guru Parampara. We are prostrating before the Guru Parampara. So that is the tradition. Beginning with Sadashiva, Dakshinamurti. That is beginning with the beginningless. That is the beauty of this Guru Parampara. Beginning with beginningless. Dakshinamurti. Who do not have a form. Dakshinascha amurtischa dakshinamurti. There are many meanings. But one meaning is Dakshinascha amurtischa. Dakshinaha is competent. Competent to create protect and instruct. That is the dakshina, samarthaha. And he himself is amurtihi, one without a form. One without a form. So formless being, beginningless being. Sa purvesham api guruhu. He is the guru of purvesham, the previous people. Those who were here, for them he is the guru. For us, he is the guru. And for the next generation, then he will be the guru. Guru is the same, is the Ishvara. So that is the tradition. Shrotriyam. So the teacher must be a Shrotriya. Then comes the question, is it essential? Because there are many great realized men means men and women in this world, who do not have a guru. That means they are not coming in a tradition. Then can't we accept them as guru? Of course we can accept if they are giving the traditional knowledge. If they are giving the traditional knowledge, we can accept them. If a man or a woman coming in a tradition, but fabricating their own against the teachings of the tradition, then he is not a traditional guru. So it's a complex topic. That also happens. So Shrotriyam, Shrotriyaha, a traditional teacher, there's deep inner meanings. And he must be a Brahmanistha, one who is well established in the Brahman. What he is teaching, he is established in that. Otherwise, he will be a lecturer. He will be lecturing. But here it is a Brahmanistha. He is a Brahmanistha. He is well established in the Brahman. That is what he is teaching, it is his very self. It is not something away from him or something other from him. He is outpouring his own self. His teachings are coming from his own heart. Why? Because he is well established in himself. That is Brahmanistha. There is no difference. Upanishad says, Sayo havai tat paramam brahma veda brahmaiva bhavati. One who has realized the Brahman is verily Brahman itself. There is no difference. I am talking about Brahman, I am teaching about Brahman. No. I am Brahman. I am the unlimited self. One who is established in that, he is a Brahmanistha. He is not an ordinary teacher. Such a guru we have to approach. That means what is coming from the heart, it will enter the heart of the student. That is the main thing. So one with that real realization, one who is well established in the self, his heart is pouring out. Such a guru we have to approach. Then comes the question, how we will recognize, how we will know that he is Brahmanistha or he is Shrotriya. It's a difficult question. We cannot measure human beings. We cannot map teachers and judge them. He is Brahmanistha, he is Shrotriya. No, we cannot. Such evaluation is above our limits. Then how? Some may say, if we go approach some gurus and question, we can hear what they are saying and ascertain whether they are Shrotriyas or not. No, we cannot. Sometimes they may behave just like children or madmen. Sometimes they will behave just like ordinary people in the world. How we will judge? How will we evaluate? Still more tougher is the task to ascertain a Brahmanistha. We cannot at all. One who is established in the self, how we will recognize from outside? Because what we are seeing is the body. What we are hearing is the words. So we cannot evaluate. So what is the way? The way is be a real disciple. Be a real seeker. That is the only way. If there are any other considerations other than this quest, we will not get such a teacher. That eligibility is not there. If our being is having nothing other than this quest, that burning quest is there. And we are fully truthful to that. No other considerations, nothing. Then there is no doubt we will get a real guru. That is the only way to get a guru. There is no other way. Because we cannot evaluate. To say my guru is a great guru, he must be above that guru. And my guru is a bad guru, we must be above that guru. To evaluate the answer sheets of a 10th student. We must be at least 11th student or 12th student. That is, we must be above the 10th standard. Otherwise, how we will evaluate? So to say about the greatness of our Guru or the littleness of our Guru, we must be above the Guru. So don't say my Guru is great. If we are saying, so we are proclaiming that we are above our Guru. Otherwise, it is not possible. So it is a plain fact that we cannot evaluate anybody else in this world. I cannot evaluate even myself. So many inner layers are there. So many inner layers. Many layers of our personalities, which we even cannot unfold. Then how we can evaluate others? It is impossible. So we can be real seekers. We can be real students. Then we will get real Guru. That is the only way. But however, Shastra is saying, we have to approach a Guru who is Shrotriya and Brahmanistha. That is the only way. So the mantra is Parikshya Lokan Karmachitan Brahmano Nirveda Mayad Nastya Krita Kritena Tad Vijnanartham Sa Gurumeva Bhigached Samit Panihe Shrotriyam Brahmanishtham. So I think today we can conclude this. Only 5 more minutes are there. 11 o'clock. Namaste. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pasye Makshabhiryajatraha Sthirairangai Stushtuvam Sastanobhir Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vriddhashravaha Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha Swastina Starkshyo Arishthaneme Swastino Brihaspatir Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om.